You guys hear that? Shh. That's opportunity. It's Ryan Arditi here with the Brandolino Group at Realty Executives, and I'm here at my friend's office, Mr. Keith Reno here at Wintrust Mortgage. And as you guys know, we're always looking for ways to create opportunities for our sellers and buyers, as well as affordability for a lot of our buyers. And Keith and I were having a conversation last week, and he was telling me about these programs that are out there that I thought, do these really exist? And they do. So I thought it was beneficial if we could educate all of you, because at the end of the day, these opportunities are for you guys, and if we can educate you, you'll feel comfortable and confident when making a decision. All right, let's go check it out. Let's go tell him. We're gonna talk about it and see what we find out. So if you don't know where his office is at, it's next to the Hyatt, okay, right off Magic Mountain, and I believe it's McBean. Let's go, come on. So right now we're entering Wintrust Mortgage. Come on. Keith, you ready to do this? Let's go.
Let's do it.
We good? So Keith, I already got everyone really excited.
All right.
Right? We were explaining to them we're always looking for ways to create opportunity, to find ways to make it more affordable for our clients. So you and I had this conversation, and you were telling me about these programs that are out there. And I thought, when we first talked, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And come to find out, they really exist.
Yeah.
So let's go over a few of them. Let's give them some information. The first one that we want to talk about really is customizing your loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that a little bit for us?
Yeah, so what Wintrust, we're calling our choice mortgage. There's really two key unique features. Oftentimes, and most of the time when it comes to mortgage companies, a client can choose interest rates in 1/8% increments. So from 5% to 5.125, 5.25, and so forth. They're always going 1/8% increments. The first part, this choice mortgage, is allowing us to go in 1/1000th of an increment when it comes to rate. So we can get really granular with the rate.
1/1000.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that? 1/1000 of a percent, you can actually customize it down to the nearest 1/1000 of a rate.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
So we can
remarkable.
go, a 5% and then a 5.01, a 5.02. We can get really granular with the rate, and I'll explain why that's important in just a second.
Okay.
The other piece of this is the term. So we can also get more in depth with the term. So most mortgage companies, they offer terms in 5-year increments. So a 30-year, a 25-year, a 20-year, and then maybe a 15.
Makes sense.
Okay. What we're allowing is the increments to be every 12 months. So we can go annually. So a 29-year mortgage.
Wow.
Or a 22-year mortgage. So we can customize the term and the rate options to either hit that customer's monthly payment goal
Yeah.
and keep within their budget,
Yeah.
and also maximizing their dollar where they're paying the least amount of interest and over the shortest term on the loan, really offering them some long-term value and savings.
That makes sense. So if you're a buyer out there and you're looking to purchase a home, what you're telling them is there's a program, okay? And I still am thinking about it. There's a program, okay, where they actually literally can customize the interest rate down to the nearest thousand. So we're talking 4.95, 4.96, 4.93, whatever.
All options.
All the way down the scale. Not only can you customize the rate, you can customize the year annually. Not monthly, but annually, right? So
Annually.
29 years, 28 years, 25 years. That is honestly something that you guys all need to be aware of. Let's kind of tee it up and give them a little bit of an example, okay? So you're a buyer, you're looking for a home, okay? We've negotiated a little bit of closing costs. Let's say 5,000, 10,000, whatever it may be, okay?
Makes sense.
And all of that closing costs, you were able to use, let's say, if you got 5,000, you're able to use, say, $4,500.
Okay.
And this happens a lot. If you're a client out there, this has happened many times,
Okay.
right? So you got closing costs and you're able to use $4,500 and there's $500 left over.
Yeah.
How many people out there ask, what can I do with this? Sometimes if you can't utilize the $500, it goes back to the seller.
It can.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
What you're saying is they can take the $500 and actually utilize it to buy down the rate to the nearest what we say, 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000.
What?
So yeah, so you know, and that's not anything like totally new.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, say $500 won't buy down the rate that next 1/8%. So if say rates, I'm not quoting rates or APRs, but if rates are say $500 oftentimes won't buy down all the way to a 4.875. But what $500 may do in this circumstance is buy down to a 4.95 or
Yeah.
a 4.9. We have to see exactly where it would fall, but that way we're maximizing the customer's dollar. Because in this scenario,
Yeah.
and I think a piece of advice we oftentimes give, you know, before this option was available to us, was we wouldn't want to ask the seller too much for costs because that overage, it's tough to have that benefit our customer, our
Yeah,
buyer.
definitely. We don't want the money going back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if we're representing the seller, yeah. But in this scenario, in this video, as a buyer, yes, we want to be able to utilize all of the funds for our clients,
Yeah.
and that is a huge and beneficial product to, I think, a lot of people that are out there currently looking for a home.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You can maximize the rate, you can maximize the term, customize that budget.
Choice mortgage, you're able to customize your loan. Okay, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the next one, okay? And this other one is definitely a unique program that I think a lot of people are going to start to utilize. Explain to us a little bit how recasting works.
Yeah, so traditionally if someone had a lump sum of money, so they currently own the home, you have your mortgage, now maybe you sold another piece of property, you have a lump sum of cash. Perhaps there was, unfortunately, a death in the family, you received an inheritance and have a lump sum of money.
Or maybe you sold something out of state, you got a lump sum of money and you want to know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some folks are looking to pay off their mortgage as soon as possible. So traditionally, if you send in that extra money towards the principal balance on your mortgage, now your regular monthly mortgage payment, it's going to accelerate that loan payoff. You're going to pay off the loan much sooner. You're going to save a lot of interest. That's a really cool thing. Right? What this recasting option allows is for those that are looking for some relief on their monthly payment, they're looking to lower their monthly budget with that extra money they've sent in towards the principal.
Yeah.
Well, traditionally it would take a refinance to allow that to happen. But where we are, say, today compared to a year or so ago, rates are up. So if we're now for refinancing, we're increasing that person's interest rate, there might not really be a true savings there. What this allows is we take the current interest rates, it's not a refinance, the current interest rate, what they've paid down the mortgage to, so they've paid down a lump sum towards that principal balance, and the remaining term they have left over. So whether they're a year into the loan or 3 years into the loan, whatever the remaining term left over, we use that calculation to come up with that new lower monthly payment. So for that remaining term, you know, the mortgage will still be paid off, it's just now they're going to have a lower monthly payment all along the way.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of break it down, because I know that's a lot of information. Let's just break it down. We have a client, you've already bought a home.
Yeah.
Purchase a home, you live in your home, and let's say you had a property out of state that you sold, or God forbid, a death, some type of inheritance where you received money.
Yeah.
And you want to
Yeah.
know what to do with it, okay? What you're saying is they can take the funds, however much it is, you know, and they can put it down on the current mortgage.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can take the funds and put it down on the current mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And once you put it down on the current mortgage, they will recast it, but you will keep the same interest rate, correct?
Yep.
And you will keep the same terms.
Yep.
The only difference is the lower loan amount.
Equals the lower monthly payment.
Equals the lower monthly payment.
Yeah.
That
Option.
is awesome.
It's an option.
That is awesome. Okay, so there's options out there for you, and there's obviously other scenarios, right? But that program to me seems like something that is very beneficial. You know, we have clients that either have multi-residential units, they have properties out of state, they want to liquidate their cash, they don't necessarily want to buy something else, they don't necessarily know what to do with it. I know there's people out there right now listening that they're thinking that exact scenario.
Yeah.
What they can do is take these funds, put it down on a mortgage or on their current home, and recast it with the same terms with a lower payment.
Yep.
Let me ask you one more question. Does this apply only to people who own their home, like you owner occupied, or does it also apply to investors? Does it apply to other types of buyers?
Yeah, whether it's an investment property, a second home, most of our mortgage products offer this recasting feature, whether it is an owner occupied, a second home, or someone purchasing an investment property.
Wow, so whether you're an investor, a buyer, a seller, someone who has property out of state, this program could apply to you.
Absolutely.
I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. Let me ask you a question. How can they get more information? Because I want more information. How can we get more information on these programs?
Yeah, feel free to message me direct anytime. My direct line, 661-513-3118. Happy to help.
Appreciate your time. Happy Friday. I am Ryan Arditi with the Brandolino Group. Appreciate it, Keith. We'll see you soon.